Lady Mary was young, and Lady Mary was fair. She had 4 brothers and more admirers than you could count. But of them all, there was a certain Mr. Fox, who was brave and handsome and gallant. Lady Mary had met Mr. Fox when she was down at her father's country place. Now, who this Mr. Fox was, no one seemed to know, but he was surely handsome and brave and rich. And of all her admirers, Lady Mary came to care for him alone. So it was decided that they should be married. Now, although Mr. Fox told her of his castle and told her where it was, strangely, he never took her to see the place. So one day, when Mr. Fox was away on business, as he said, Lady Mary decided to go to see the place where she would live. It took some finding, but after a lot of searching, she found the castle, and a fine building it was, too, with a moat round about and strong walls. Lady Mary went up to the gate of the castle, and over the gate was written, "Be bold, be bold." "Well, I am bold enough," said Lady Mary, and she opened the gate and went up to the door of the castle. And over the door was written, "Be bold, but not too bold." "Well, I am bold and brave enough," said Lady Mary. So Lady Mary, after knocking and receiving no answer, opened the door of the castle and went within. No one was there, but there were broad stairs leading up to a gallery above. So Lady Mary climbed those stairs. At the top of the stairs, there was the door that led to the gallery, and over this door was written, "Be bold, but not too bold, lest your heart's blood should run cold." Well, that Lady Mary, she was a bold and a brave one, she was. So Lady Mary opened the door to the gallery. And what did she see within? Why, bodies and bones of beautiful ladies, all broken and covered with blood. Lady Mary turned and ran from that horrid place. She was just going down the stairs when, through the window, she saw Mr. Fox. He was coming across the meadow, dragging a dead lady by her hair. He started to enter the castle. Quickly, Lady Mary hid herself behind a cask, a large barrel on the stairs, and just in time, too, for soon Mr. Fox was coming up those stairs, dragging the dead lady behind him, step by step by step. When he came to the place across from where Lady Mary was hiding behind that cask, he suddenly spied a ring on the hand of the dead lady. He pulled at the ring, but he could not get it off. So he out with his sword and he hacked off her hand to get at the ring, and the hand flew into the air and it landed of all places on Lady Mary's lap. Mr. Fox looked about for that hand, but he could not find it. So on he went up the stairs, still dragging that poor dead lady behind him. As soon as Mr. Fox entered the gallery and closed the door, Lady Mary ran from that horrid place as fast as she could. The next morning was the betrothal breakfast. When all the guests were assembled and Mr. Fox was seated opposite Lady Mary, he looked at her and he said, "You are pale this morning, my dear." "I had bad dreams last night," said Lady Mary. "Oh, well, my dear, you must tell us of your dreams, and we shall pass the time pleasantly listening to your sweet voice while we wait for the time of the betrothal to come." Lady Mary began. "I dreamt last night that I went to your castle, and over the castle gate was written, 'Be bold, be bold.'" "It wasn't so. It cannot be so," said Mr. Fox. "In my dream, I opened the gate to the castle, and I went to the door, and over the door was written, 'Be bold, but not too bold.'" "Oh, no, it wasn't so. It cannot be so," said Mr. Fox. "Yet in my dream, I opened the door of the castle and I went within. No one was there, but there were broad stairs leading up to a gallery above, and I climbed up those stairs and opened the door to the gallery. And what did I see within but bodies and bones of beautiful ladies all broken and covered with blood? No, it was a dream. It cannot be so. It was not so," cried Mr. Fox. "But in my dream, I turned to run from that horrid place, but then I saw you, Mr. Fox, coming across the meadow, dragging another dead lady. I quickly hid myself behind the cask on the stairs, and then you, Mr. Fox, came up those stairs, dragging that dead lady behind you. When you came near where I was hiding, you tried to pull the ring from the lady's hand, but it would not come off. So you out with your sword and you hacked off her hand. And it went into the air and landed, of all places, in my lap." Mr. Fox leaped from his place at the table, and he called out, "It is not so, it was not so, and heaven forbid ever should such be so! But it is so, and it was so, and here's hand and ring I have to show." And so calling, Lady Mary leaped from her place and pulled the hand from her dress, and she pointed it at Mr. Fox. Then Lady Mary's brothers out with their swords, and they hacked that Mr. Fox into 1,000 pieces. And thus ends the story of the bold and brave Lady Mary and the horrid Mr. Fox.